Hi, this is Em, and this is a companion video to the one that I just posted of me pressing flowers the other day. And as you can see, the items that we did are here, and then I put a board on top, and then I've got two cement blocks on top. And what I've done since that video is I've rotated the paper sandwiches that we did out of the books that we used about 2 times, and now I'm going to look at them again and see how dry they are to determine what I want to do next. Am I going to put them in another set of dry books and do one more round, or are they good enough that I can put them into the holding pattern for using them, which I've talked about in some other videos. But I thought we'd take a peek at where we're at. So if you look at me pressing those flowers and you're wondering, well, what do they look like after they're pressed? This will give you a pretty good idea. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then let's get started. The first thing that I need to do is remove the cement bricks. And then, of course, the board. And then I'm going to sit down and hopefully I can work around the camera here so you can see what's going on. Let me move the camera movement, bring it a little bit closer, and let me tighten it down. Okay. This is going to be live. I'm not doing any editing, so yes, we have to fiddle a little bit. I've got my tweezers here. Let's get started. So remember, I had these chipboards, and then I'm going to set them aside. And when I say I'm rotating, what I do is I take it out, and then I let them sit for a little bit, and then I put them into a fresh, non-wet or damp magazine or situation. And then I set these open face over on a back shelf so they can dry out between use. As I said, I reuse these over and over again. So I'll set these off to the side. So let's take a peek. Oops. I don't usually you don't want to switch the whole thing, so I tried a little pressure. And then these are those azaleas. Hopefully I can bring them up to where the camera doesn't. This was I think it was the Euphorbia that I did. There was two kinds, this one and then this one. These are pretty dry. I'll probably just do one more round just to kind of let them cure before I put them away. Here's those leaves, the epi-medium leaves that I talked about that I really like. Here's the one where we did it. See how beautiful those are? These are dry enough and nothing's sticking to the paper, so that's why I could put. This was that pulsatilla. But you can see they're pretty dry. They're not limp. They're not, sagging. So that's pretty good. Let me set them over to the side. Let's take a look at this one. This is the Fennel. Yeah, so those are pretty dry. And if you want to know how many days it's been, I'm sorry to say I didn't look at the date that I made that video where I pressed them. So if you just look at that video, which, like I say, it's a companion, and look at the date that I filmed it, and then the date that this one's getting posted, which is a Friday. Hopefully I'll get these posted tonight. I think I don't know what day it is. This is the bleeding heart, and you'll see did we do bleeding? Yeah, we did some bleeding heart. This is that fernleaf bleeding heart leaf. This is yarrow. Yeah, that was yarrow. But see how I love yarrow? And you can drill down and use these little tiny sacrifices. See that little tiny bit there? And for mini arrangements, they're just beautiful. I love yarrow. So that's yarrow. And then let's see what's in here. Now this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge because it's sticking. You see how that wants to stick in there? And I don't want to break it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put counter pressure here, and I'm going to use my finger to roll it back, and then I'm going to use my thumb to kind of tease it a little bit and hope that I can unstick it without it breaking, which I did. There's the front. Look at how beautiful. This is primrose, how beautiful that is. Fragile, but beautiful. And then now there's one other thing I can see now. Pansies also stick. I got to do the same thing. Try to. And then, can you see me back there? Let me bring this up a little bit. Same thing. It's sticking right in the center. You wouldn't want to do this if they. I wouldn't do this if they were any damper. This is probably still a little bit not quite dry enough. So I may be sacrificing a pansy here. Okay, we were successful. It's pretty dry. And the rest of these pansies are going to stick. See? So I'm not going to take them off. Oh, maybe I will. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and this is that pulsatilla open-faced, and then some more primrose. It's primrose. I might have said something wrong earlier. These are primrose. Now what I'm going to do is try to set these back down without folding the petals. Okay, it looks like they'll be fine. All right. What I didn't want to do is, when I set these down, have a petal fold under and crease it or something. And if you kind of concave it this way a little bit as you're setting them down, and then double look under there and see, you can usually be successful at doing that. And this is one, I think, so this video won't be very long today. This is that Fernleaf Bleeding Heart, some more pulsatilla, and this was that Forget Me Not. Here's one of the spikes. Turn it around here. More pulsatilla, I just said that. And then here's the fern leaf. And it's pretty dry. Okay. And then I use these individual ones in many smaller arrangements. See how pretty that is. Okay, so that was it. So like I say, be sure to check out that other video so you'll know what they looked like when they were just coming out from outdoors from the garden and watching me press them, and now you know what they look like when they're pressed. So thank you for tuning in. You have a wonderful day.